Hi, thank you for joining me again. As I said in my last video, many of us are fighting for the better cause, and we're coming together like a family. Our hearts are centered in the same place, which makes us feel that we're loved and welcomed and validated. And this love transcends religion and politics. It's the love for our humanity, the love for peace in our world. The love for the Palestinians and their tenacity and resilience, regardless of the evil that they're facing, that are our politicians and leaders. When we connect through this heart-centeredness, all the other stuff outside of that becomes unimportant. Religions touch the same place with their love of God when we see people who congregate in church come together in the same way. Those of Islam do the same in the mosques, and people know that in these sacred places they are meeting with those who believe like them and who see the world as they do. But this is something different to that. These connections go beyond faith or religious values. It's a faith in humanity that says that we can overcome these boundaries that set us apart from one another. Islam, believe it or not, is more accepting of other religions than other religions are accepting of Islam. And that is what frightens politicians, especially those who profess to be Christian. We see Christians only getting up in arms when other Christians are killed by Israel. We see our politicians only getting up in arms when they see British aid workers being killed by Israel. We were up in arms, however, before any of them saw what we have been seeing and saying, that Israel is a rogue state being armed to kill who are truly believing themselves to be the chosen ones. So much so that they have been able to murder over 30,000 people up until this moment because their narrative has been that Islam is the monster that needs to be continuously kept down. Even the murder of British people has not budged Keir Starmer in his position because he is bought and paid for by the Israel lobby, just as the majority of the Labour Party has been. The application of organised violence is a byproduct of superiority. If you ignore it out there, it will be at your door next. At what point do you get to that moment where you realise they do not care about anyone, black, white, or any colour? So white people were slaughtered. You shouldn't have waited. You should have been out there with us all before now. As Jeremy Corbyn put it, patriotism is about supporting each other, not attacking somebody else. It's about loving your country enough to make it a place where nobody is homeless or hungry, held back or left behind. So many lost out and so many lives have been needlessly taken because so many bought into the views that to be against the Jewish state that slaughters randomly anyone who gets in their way of their will to take what they believe is theirs, regardless of who already lives there, without any thought of compensation or rehoming of any sort, will meet with death at their hands as they have. We were at a pivotal point in history when we were given the opportunity to meet the needs of the people here in the UK, because so many of us bought into he's an anti-Semite. So too has anyone such as myself, and so got caught up in a lie that has been enabled the mass extermination of men, women, children and babies. I'm upset still at the amount of people who fail to take any notice, instead think that their own small stories and small political policies that affect themselves personally must come before then a need to look at another Holocaust going on in the world that has the potential to spread globally, as Netanyahu is the second coming of Hitler. I truly believe that. Not wanting to look and not caring is not good enough. You have ignored this because these people are not like you, or so you've been led to believe. And so you think that this is okay to let them die horrific deaths under rubble, many still alive, slowly dying this way. These monsters crushing people alive, for God's sake, what does it take to get you passionate about our humanity? I watch a video of old Israeli man talking about how he was a soldier and how they raped the Palestinian girls and women. At the time, they wore beautiful dresses. It hurt me because it reminded me of my stepfather, who was one of the most wonderful father figures ever. But these are the reasons why women wear this clothing. They do not because their men are forcing them to. It's because they feel protected by wearing these clothes and covering themselves. More women should respect that. And on a personal level, if I hadn't been looking deeper into Islam, I could have also not seen what I see. And that is a beautiful religion of beautiful, kind, generous, precious people wishing to be allowed to practice this freely without the prejudice that I've witnessed. Politically, you have to see the bigger picture to make people understand that Keir Starmer is by far more dangerous to the political landscape than any of them, even the Tories. He is married to Israel and Netanyahu's cause. The Labour Party would collapse without Israel's funding. Now it doesn't have the funding of us members. We are being challenged right now to make the choice that will bring a better future down the line. And I believe wholeheartedly that Labour government will push us ever further to the right than having another 5 years of the Tories, who stick with the status quo but are actually waking up now to see that they have to protect the British people from Israel. The lesser of two evils is the Tories right now, and I never thought I would ever get to say that, but this is what I truly believe to be true. Thanks once again for listening. Bless you. Bye for now. Love you.